Hello, hello, and welcome back to Fallout New Vegas. We're about to investigate something quite strange indeed. Hello, hello. Of course, the microphone fucks up right as I'm about to read this text. Okay, everything's good. Quality content. The crash satellite seems to be the source of the strange transmission you received. You have premonitions that you'll be unable to return to the Mojave until you solve the mysteries of the Big Empty. You will be able to take anything you carry with you, and you will be able to return to the Big Empty anytime after completing Old World Blues. If you're up to the challenge, and you have all you want to carry with you, examine the satellite a little closer, and the atomic wonders of science await. Oh.
In the years before the Great War, Big Mountain had been the home to the brightest minds of the 21st century. Scientists of vision were drawn to the facility to tackle the greatest technological challenges of the era. They sought to create a new world, fueled by technology for the benefit of all mankind. Sonic emitters, space-age alloys, DNA hybridization, force field particle research, autodoc advances in cranial, cardiac, and trauma surgery. The hopes and dreams of a century became realities in the electronic forges of Big Mountain. The nucleus of this research was the Dome, a huge stone facility that held the labs of every science known to man. It was a think tank where no problem could not be solved, where no question could not be answered. The Great War brought a new energy to Big Mountain and its scientists. Although sheltered from the front lines, the scientists waged their own war, fighting their battles at the atomic level. Equations and calculations marched endlessly across chalkboards and computer terminals toward one solution: winning the war. For years, the minds and computers of Big Mountain were a blaze of trajectories, weapon schematics, and nuclear theories. The problems began to outpace the solutions, first geometrically, then exponentially. As the war escalated, so did the questions. On the night of October 23rd, 2077, the scientists received an answer that put all their questions to rest. In the aftermath, Big Mountain's silent experiments went to sleep, their creators slowly dying in the new world that had been left behind. And the great stone in the middle of the Big Empty lay untouched, filled with countless technological wonders. Wonders that, in the end, had been answers to the wrong question.
I'm very excited because many people cite this as being the best DLC in all of Fallout. Which also, Honest Hearts had some people say that, but many people also called Honest Hearts the worst DLC in all of Fallout. So, you know, that one was a mixed bag. This one is pretty universally loved, and I've never played it. You feel strangely heavier. A quick inspection of your body reveals faint surgical scars around your head, chest, and back. Oh no, not again. Oh? Okay, so we're just... That... I was expecting more. So there's a big red place over there. Bombed out building. Some sort of place with an X there. Signs of, I think, a monorail system running all over. I also know that similar to the last DLC, this is the kind of DLC that if you just do the story, you're going to be let down. But if you play it in full, there's a lot to, or if you explore it thoroughly, there's a lot to find. So we're probably going to visit... Oh, that's fucking cool. We're probably going to take the time to visit everything we can. The nice thing about playing a game that is widely considered the best in the franchise is I get a wide amount of opinions and recommendations on the best ways to play it. Alright, we got some Sunset Sarsaparilla. Okay, cool, I still have all my stuff. Except I'm wearing a patient gown. I guess I better get dressed. Big MT. Pre-war money is always good to grab a hold of. Alright. Sun is rising. Okay, cool, cool. What is going on here? Sync Central Intelligence Unit. Personality files damaged or missing. Insert backup holotypes to restore this. Okay. Oops, Oh, holy shit. Bunch of cases for me. Some pistol powder, lead. Alright, all of those have weight. So I should probably leave them in place until I want to use them. Book chute. I'm guessing that's... Yeah, the map. So that's the cool looking hex building we saw. Which means the red place is up here, if I'm remembering the orientation of things right. Okay. Very neat looking environment. I'm just kind of absorbing everything. Okay, seems like we're gonna have to fix everything in here. Methinks we're gonna get a unique suit of armor. Alright, we got some food if we need it. Oh, I can cook here, cool. Biological research station, can't use it. Oh, I wonder if this one gives you a garden. So it probably gives you a garden. Okay, cool, mentats, purified water. Bunch of flour if I want to make the other shit. What? The sink needs a personality file? I presume this is like a doctor, robotic doctor. Maybe this is for making magazines? The jukebox. Talk to toaster and it... I have so many questions forming. I don't really use ballistic firearms, so... I don't know why I took those empty syringes, put them back. CD. There we go. A safe. Very cool safe design. Oh, I love that safe design. So is this a player home? Ooh. Ralphie, the robot. Incredible Odyssey. The robot's Incredible Odyssey. I want to see whatever this movie is already. What? Muggy? Well, we gotta fix Muggy. Securitron Mark 1 and 2. Okay, so Securitron designs are here at Big MT. Big Empty? Big Empty? Scientist's gloves. Pre-war book. Mad Scientist Scrubs. Raises science and intelligence. Well, now hang on. It's only one glove. Alright. So I'm actually gonna have it a wager that it would make sense for me to put away my food. I don't think I'm gonna have to worry too much about eating. A locked door. What's this? Yeah. Why does the light switch need a personality module? What the fuck is going on? Alright, let's just go ahead and put away all of our food, except for maybe a handful. Oh, I did not bring a lot of food here with me, did I? Apparently I brought some plant food with me, which I didn't mean to do. That'll probably help a lot. Yeah, that helps a lot with carry weight there. So, okay, so I find it interesting that this map, or this DLC has basically set us up with a nice little player home to start off. And it makes me feel like things are going to be very Man, I look away, huh? Oh, I don't have my glasses on me. I left them with Rex by mistake. That would have been so good for the mad scientist look. Ooh, hang on. But you know what? You know, yeah, let's just dress the part while we're here. Some Nuka-Cola, some sarsaparilla, Think Tank, and Big MT. That one's locked. All right. My radio got automatically tuned in when I looked at the door. A strange feeling of pacifism comes over you and you find you cannot draw your weapons for some reason. Interesting. I literally can't draw my weapons. Do they see me? Hi.
I thought I heard the pacification field kick in. All right, shh. Nobody move. I'll handle this. Be warned, intruder. You are in the presence of a mighty think tank of Big Mountain. The collective geniuses of... We... By Oppenheimer, which one of you self-professed geniuses has been adjusting my volume knob? Who was it? Was it you, H? Oh, Dr. O, was it? Likely story. O couldn't spark 2 neurons if they were in a lattice of biomed gel.
What? Me? Breaking news, Klein. It wasn't me, all right? I'm the robotical engineer. 8 is sound waves. That's his specialty. You always do this. You always demean me in front of guests. And it's not O, all right? It's...
Enough! Either of you do it again, it'll be the last time. Now... Great. Now I forgot what I was saying. What was I talking about?
Was this supposed to be cutting between different people for that? Because I know New Vegas' dialogue system can't handle that. That was very confusing to follow, because I couldn't tell who was talking as it's moved around. Oh! Oh no, okay, it was very intentionally confusing. How are you all speaking through that one voice box? I was at a theater, then I was here. What is this place? I was at a theater, and then I was here. What is this place?
Did it just say something? Anyone catch that? Boros, you work with animals. Translate. It's a lobotomite. Here, in the dome. Oh, as if this situation couldn't get any worse. Now we've got lobotomites. Gala, get the spray before it excretes all over everything.
Lobotomite?
Dr. Klein, if my hypothesis is correct, this lobotomite is the repository of the brain we sent the signal to, the skin envelope once containing it. If so, it's proof that there may indeed be something beyond the crater. Just look at it. The way it blinks. It's like a big, hairless teddy bear.
I know what it is, Dollar. I want to know why it's down here. With its limbs all over everything. And are those penises I see wriggling on its feet? Disgusting.
Oh, I don't like that image.
These are toes, Dr. Klein. Little teddy bear toes. Penises are much larger than those tiny extremities. Not that I would know.
I mean, if you're lucky, they are.
Human penis ever being that large.
Mine
It depends
isn't.
on one's own frame of reference, Dr. O. Look at its little nose with its 2 orifices for ingesting oxygen.
Noses? Why, the great static. These lobotomites confound me with their sheer number of useless extremities.
Hold up one finger, point at itself, point at thumb, hold up 5 fingers. One finger, point at itself. What? Wave hands and nod. They can't. Can they not hear and understand me? Got here and how I get home. I'm seconds away from smashing you. Wave hand and nod.
What? What is it doing? Did we institute electroshock? Or is it excreting? Dr. Klein, wait. I don't believe those gestures were random. Random at all. It's been following our conversation. The lobotomite understands us.
Okay.
I agree with Boros' histrionic findings. This little lobotomite is unusually attentive for something whose brain has been extracted.
Nonsense. Lobotomites can't comprehend us.
I'm sorry, did you say brain extracted?
Ace, have you been in the men's hats again? If we slow down our oral processoreceptors to understand this excretion, we'll all be rendered ignorant.
All of you, power down, shut up, and let me prove once and for all how wrong you all are. As usual. Lobotomite, do you understand me? Can you speak?
Real passive. I should be angry, real angry, and I'm not. I like that dialogue. Then, so, after much, demand from people on my Death Stranding series and a vote held on my Ko-fi, I've started writing a Fallout fanfiction, and, I think that's a line I'm gonna want to directly pull for my career in my fanfiction. premise of it is, what if the outsider from Dishonored existed in the Fallout universe and gave the courier his magic powers? Ooh. Yes, I'm guessing that crashed satellite was yours?
Those were words, weren't they? In the form of questions. He's asking me questions. Is this some kind of trick? Our efforts have turned against us. In playing God, we created a monster.
Perhaps as we were ruthlessly lobotomizing it with our cutters, we filled the skin envelope with awareness. A teddy bear with new stuffing.
Wait. If what you're theorizing is this lobotomite understands us, can reason with us,
then this may be just the answer we've been looking for. At last, a chance to...
I have a theory.
Dr. Klein, a transmission from the Forbidden Zone, coming right at us. It can only be... If it isn't my old colleagues, the mighty think tank of Big Mountain. Big
What the fuck?
All of you. It is I, Dr. Mobius, transmitting from my dome-shaped dome in the Forbidden Zone. A zone that is, yes, forbidden to you. Even now, my deadly robo-scorpions swarm across Big Mountain with their pincers and pointy laser tails.
Okay.
Soon, all science will be mine.
What is happening?
Sealed in a Big Mountain research centers cannot save you. So cower in your think tank. Wait for the end. That's all. Goodbye.
That's all. Goodbye.
Mobius. Always the same broadcast. He's clearly mad, driven insane by his flawed and imprecise kindergarten-level research methodology.
what are we going to do? There's no way we can breach the Forbidden Zone. There's those robot scorpions everywhere.
The Forbidden Zone, where no brain has ever entered, nor ever returned.
Except Dr. Mobius and the technologies that could save us. They are out of our reach.
And Dr. Mobius mocks us. Did you see his cracked monitor? He's clearly let himself go.
What? Ask the lobotomite for help? 8, I think you need the fluid levels in your logic assist pumps
I
checked.
like 8.
If this lobotomite responded, Dr. Klein, then it is clearly intelligent. Perhaps even displays heretofore unknown levels of
I
helpfulness.
have some theories already.
What of its brain? We scooped that out. We don't even know where we left it. And for putting it back in, none of us have the knowledge.
Yes, but it's still aware and responsive. Look at it. It's regarding us even now, with its big teddy bear eyes.
Why does she keep
If we
calling
ask
me
it
Big Teddy
politely
Bear?
and leave the part about the unnecessary, ruthless lobotomizing out, it might be favorably
It's as if I can't
disposed
hear
to
them
us.
now. So, I already have some theories. What I feel like these are like the descendants of pre-war scientists who had turned themselves into hyper-advanced robo-brain. Because clearly that's what they are, is a hyper-advanced robo-brain. And like, generations have passed of them not being in human form, so they view, skin envelope. The flesh and blood creatures are just inherently inferior animals to them because all they know is being a robo brain. And they just take people's brains, and I guess they fucking took... I wouldn't be alive if they took my brain. And like maybe there's automated systems that anytime somebody comes here, it scoops their brain to make more of these scientists, these robo brain things. That's what I'm assuming right now. Is that why I feel so odd and heavy?
We removed your brain. Yes. So soft, barely wrinkled, yet so flush with knowledge and experience. Brain extraction technology has been standard practice at Big Mountain for an immeasurable amount of time.
Once the brain was out, then came the coils. The Tesla coils. The coils of Nikola Tesla.
I also have, I appreciate the way the dialogue is set up in the start, where they are clearly ignoring you because they view you as so much less. So no matter what dialogue option I had picked, they would have not given a fuck about me. They would have ignored everything I was saying except for clearly the dialogue option that would have skipped us straight to the thing on the screen behind me. But just by reading the questions you can ask, you're able to extrapolate information. That's a very, very cool way of putting together dialogue. Not having a character tell you things that are around you and that you can see and you understand, but having you tell yourself via the dialogue options available, you know? Like, that's a really cool way to communicate information to the players. Brainless perk. Your brain has been replaced with advanced technologies. You can no longer be crippled, and your head can no longer be crippled, and is resistant to chem addiction, plus 25 resistance, and shock from bodily damage, plus 5 damage threshold, minimum plus 1. That is fucking cool. No more head crippling? Oh. So they removed my brain and put a machine in me? So I'm like a reverse robo-brain, but I'm still me. And is that what they do to everybody? Is that what lobotomites? Oh, is this gonna be like some fucked up slave society where brains are like the... Am I gonna meet my own brain in a robot body and get to talk to my own brain? I'm just really processing the insanity where I adore how clearly this is leaning on 1950s schlock horror. Also, because this is the first episode of the DLC, we're gonna make this episode longer than most.
Yeah, 8, no need to brag.
I love 8.
Wherever your brain is, it's transmitting thoughts to you through the...
internet?
The Tesla coils in its head.
This is fortunate in many respects.
Okay.
If your brain was anywhere in the dome, why, you could access your aggression centers.
Circumventing the pacification field. This is a no-no. We have never been in a fight. We do not want that.
Okay.
Reminds me of my days in American High. And Richie Marcus.
So they removed my brain and put a transmitter in my skull so that my brain could be somewhere else. Huh. And I'm being piloted like a meat puppet, but that allows them to create a field that blocks aggressive impulses from reaching this body. That's so weird. The way these are worded is kind of horrific. Why am I all cut up? I feel like some kid was playing with my insides.
That is my responsibility. Although in truth, the autodoc had done most of the work already. Quite industrious, almost cut into all my investigations. Once it had removed the brain and I misplaced it, other organs began to cry for direction, using your nerves as telegraph wires. Rather than let them send their signals, I removed them as well. Shh, little organs. Go to sleep in your tanks. Dala loves you.
First was the heart.
Jesus. Jesus fuck. Heartless perk. The scar on your chest seems to confirm what the think tank is saying. You cannot be poisoning, and filters in your artificial blood pump will regulate bleeding and healing, allowing all healing items, chems, or or healing items to function at a higher level, plus 20%. Robots are now confused by you and do 50% less likely to score critical hits. Huh. This is real. These genuinely are perks.
Oh, wait, I mean, second was the heart. Brain was first. Third was the spine.
And I know about this, the Alice in Wonderland illusions this has. I don't have a brain, I don't have a heart, I don't have a spine, and I want to get home with some ruby slippers. Spineless perk. Due to complications of procedure, your spine has been replaced as well. Your torso can no longer be crippled, and your strength and damage threshold have been increased by 1. That means more carry weight.
Spine. Totally overrated, that arrangement of vertebrae. Look at me, with my lumbar and thoracic curvature. Never had a use for any of that. Spineless is what I prefer.
You took out my brain, heart, and spine. You extracted my brain, but what do you mean you misplaced it?
To be correct, you should say, the auto dock took out your brain. It did all the heavy lifting. It has never worked so hard before. It was unusual. It worked so hard on your surgery, it destroyed its own memory. How odd. I bet your brain remembers what happened.
That auto-dock junk heap was one of Mobius's creations, like the rest of the talking scrap metal in the attic.
After that, the brain lost itself. Not in the metaphysical sense. Might have gotten flushed into one of the pipes. Actually,
Jesus.
that's pretty likely.
If so, it was flushed all the way to Mobius. Flush. That is the sound of flushing.
By the Fisher
Jesus.
Rolando, enough of this biological surgery talk. Lobotomite, listen to my voice. It denominates me to ask, but we need your help. In most probable of probabilities, our enemy, Mobius, has your brain. This is not good. He will most likely come after our brains next. We want you to stop him, somehow, with science.
So my theory that I had a bit ago was that they would extract brains and then make the bodies sort of be like self-propelling zombified things, more or less. And they would put the brain elsewhere inside of a robot body, and it was going to be a class-divided society between lobotomite slaves and robo-brain scientists. But maybe something had gone wrong with my surgery, and most of my brain was left intact, and I was going to meet my robo-brain, and it was going to be like half a brain, and be like, no, help me, I can't function right because I don't have enough brain in me. But now I'm not even sure what the fuck's going on here. You said something about needing technologies to stop Mobius.
Yes, it is our only chance. A desperate plan that came to us after Mobius's first broadcast. Maybe, just maybe, if we reclaim these buried technologies, we can put an end to Mobius and the horrors spawning from the Forbidden Zone.
What exactly is the plan? You're losing me in the generalities. I need specifics.
The plan is very complicated. We are still calculating how it would work if it succeeded. That is our part of the plan.
And so why can't you guys do it?
No.
No, but why no?
You are equipped to retrieve the technologies with your primitive form. We
You
are
need a
not.
human.
It's kind of embarrassing. You have hands, and a heartbeat, sort of, and eyes, mostly the hands. There's door handles and lockers and...
Enough! We need your help. Will you help us?
Alright, let's hear it.
Excellent. This is turning out much better than the activate the retreat protocols and cower in my room idea I had earlier.
Agreed. Oh, and I've used my robotical knowledge to, transmit the radio map waves to...
They scare me,
Settle down,
but I
H.
do love
I'll
them.
have gotten it in a second, all right? 8's transmitted the last known coordinates of the research centers. They,
8 is clearly the most competent
move
here.
sometimes, or get buried, or blow up.
8 is correct. All we need are the schematics. This does not mean we do not want the cold hard technology, however. So do not give in to your biological tired laziness and decide you would sweat too much carrying them. You have a new spine. Use it. And even if you die in the act of reclamation, simply reaching them will auto-transmitify the schematics to us. That is still good. For us.
So they need at least the blueprints, but for full success you can bring the technologies back. Okay. What are these technologies?
The technologies are the X2 transmitter antenna array, used to focus coherent thought at excessively high frequencies.
Cool.
A psychoanalytic, cardiac dampening, sneaky stealth suit. A suit like nothing this world has ever
Ooh,
heard,
sounds
seen,
fun.
or could ever see.
And 8's sonic sound wave emitter projectile gun, able to broadcast sound at lethal frequencies. It also gives a great biogel massage.
Dope.
There. We have informed you of all we need. We estimate if you are focused, your time investment will
So
be
a
minimal,
gun, a suit,
by our standards.
and a brainwave
If you
transmitter.
work quickly, you will be the recipient of a gesture of gratitude from us. We do not bestow these old world gestures lightly.
What if I take my time and explore the crater?
What illogic is this? Keep your filthy penis-tipped feet out of our labs and secrets. There are things here no lobotomite was meant to see. Things that would astound and possibly terrify. Terrify!
Yeah, we don't come into your lab and decant your solutions.
Only the magnificence of our monitors allow for true comprehension of the wonders of Big Mountain. Shield your jellied eyes lest they burn from your skull.
Doesn't sound like my style. Maybe I'll do a little exploring.
You would not dare. Perhaps I can change your mind using the greatest of our sciences, the fence. The radar fence that surrounds the Big Mountain crater will protect you from straying beyond the facility. The mighty radar fence protects us all. Get too close to the blinking posts, and the proximity warning shall be your warning. You are too close.
If you get near it, your vision will blur as the electrodes in your head shut off one by one.
That's horrific.
Click, click, click.
Possible memory loss will occur, along with long-term nerve degradation. It is tied to not having a brain attached to your nervous system. But the nerve degradation is nothing to worry about. Such degradation would take many lifespans to become evident, and all biology dies. Such tiny inconveniences are less than the greater convenience and conveyance. You see, if rendered unconscious by the pylons, you will be returned to the sink, seemingly instantaneously, by your deadened perceptions.
So I can't leave.
Oh, Dr. Klein? Dr. Klein? If I may intersect for a moment.
What is it? The lobotomite is asking me things, and I'm trying to ignore them. My processors can't ignore you both at the same time.
Well, you know how we asked it to fetch the sonic emitter thing? Turns out we already have it. What are the odds?
What is this, a high school science fair? Get your act together. You're making us look like a collection of round earthers.
You're always yelling. My receptors can't take it anymore.
And neither can my feelings. I am yelling because you contaminated specimens can't keep your probes off the volume knob on my voice module.
For the love of... Please stop fighting.
It is truly the end of all intelligence when the lobotomite speaks more wisdom than you geniuses. So, if we have the sound wave, sonic projecto thing gun, then what in Heisenberg's name do we need from X8? Anyone?
I believe we need a new frequency embedded into the gun. It was designed to broadcast many sounds once charged. We just don't know the frequency.
And it is lost in X8, just as X8 is forever lost to us. The sadness of my high school days. The sadness of my youth.
Homie.
My youth lost.
Oh, really, Boros? All you did in high school was call me Fink Tattletale and all the kids you hated, you little teacher's pet brown hound.
Give the lobotomite the emitter. Does it have an audio effect frequency loaded?
Oh, I don't think so. Wait.
What is he doing?
I think he's sonjaculating into the gun. Getting it warmed up.
I don't like the sound of that.
Ding. Turkey's done.
That sounded inappropriate.
I'm not touching that thing.
Yeah, this feels like I'm being
I
given
don't
a
think
sex
so.
toy.
I'll do it if you two are going to be ashamed of your own technological needs. Let me give a little sonic sterilization first. All right. All antibacterial fresh. Here, my little teddy bear. I have thoroughly removed all Robco terminate code spew from the device. It is clean, shiny, and ready for your hands.
I feel violated. Like, here's more, the energy stuff.
No. What else can we deny you?
I mean, this is pretty cool with the sound wave thing on the back.
Careful where you're pointing that. That device wasn't always a weapon. It was more like a force field kind of thing. Once.
Force fields prevent us from moving forward or backward. They are irritating.
The sonic emitter was specially designed to disable our own safety fields here in Big Mountain.
Okay.
When some of us lost our access passes, Dr. O.
That only happened once. And I know you were behind stealth fielding my lab keys, Dalla. You formographer.
Dr. O, you rewind that comment.
Jesus.
Plenty of rewinding already going on in your formography tapes. Surprised the things don't snap out of their cases with repeated observations.
I think this is the longest conversation we've had in the entire playthrough. Wait, so this gun you gave me can disable force fields.
Yes. Maybe. Well, no, not currently.
Huh.
Yeah, we lost that part of the schematics. Or Boros did. In one of the stupid labs. Or inside one of the stupid pets.
It is lost. All questions lead to this conclusion. The blue fields within Big Mountain shall be fielded with force. Forever.
Shall be fielded with force. Alright, if there's nothing more, I think I'm ready to stop Morbius. Or it's Morbin time!
Fine, so, yes. Get these things for us. Do not attempt to comprehend their complicated schematics. That is for us to do.
I'll head out then. I'll head out then and be back with these things.
Well, good. What are the token words spoken in this case? Thank you? Yes. Thank you.
Wait, is it leaving? But, Dr. Klein, the lobotomite will need rest, recuperation, things like that. I volunteer my chambers, so it might be stared at. My monitor radar slowly scanning its form to collect sensitive data.
I'm in favor of this.
That would put it too close to us. It could press buttons, turn lights on and off, and worse, let other lobotomites in.
We could give it Mobius's old room. This is where its brain got scooped out anyway. And plus some of its parts are already there. Might be more comforting for it to hang out with its spine and heart. Home is where the heart is, after all. See what I did there? Wet literal.
I suppose. We'll have to move that couch out of there. Been putting that off too long.
8 says, let the lobotomite take the Sync Central Intelligence personality chip and reinstall it. That stuffy Mobius program butler can walk the lobotomite, feed it, barter with it for us.
It would also prevent it from going to Higgs Village and taking up residence there. With my teddy bears. And it would be nice to have it so close.
Your logic, combined with my desire to keep the think tank lobotomite free, has swayed me. Here, I present the Sync Central Intelligence. Lobotomite, take this chip to the sink, plug it in, and make sure the chip is clean, or it could skip. Then make whatever crude biologic demands you need of the sink. It will cater to most of your hormonal whims.
So I can fuck it. I can trade with Sync Intelligence. Then I'll need something to activate that function, won't I?
I cannot dispute your logic. Do we have objects to activate the chip's exchange routines?
What, like stuff?
Bottle
Things?
caps?
Yes, things.
I don't know. Might be some old Nuka-Cola or Sunset Sarsaparilla bottle caps lying around. It's not currency per se. Still might be enough to trick this thing's trade routines. Mobius put that test line for caps in the code as a debug command, I think.
I don't believe that was Mobius's
Good
reason.
justification.
His wild speculation concerning post-Holocaust economic systems was quite extensive and of high decibel.
Enough! Surrender these
He predicted
so-called bottle
caps.
Nuka and Sunset alike. In their role as things, they will serve as adequate test subjects.
All right, here, cap away. Hope that stupid chip chokes on them.
Do you have any more?
No. If those don't work, then you will have to sell it your nose or some of your penises.
This chip looks mass-produced. Are there more chips?
Are there other chips?
Are you echoing what he said, or are you asking for real?
He's asking, yes. Dr. Klein, there are many other personalities. If you recall, You hurled them off the sink balcony after your argument with Mobius.
It is not an argument if one is clearly right and the other is clearly wrong. I remember now. Yes, Lobotomite. There are other chips. If you want, find them. I believe they're stored on holotapes in many of our facilities. But you should stay out of those. No exploring and discovering things. The Sync Central Intelligence should be enough for your needs.
So I just plug this into the circular map thing in the sink upstairs?
Yes, you may need to wiggle it in a bit, but don't force it. We can't recode them if you break
Hot.
it. There is no more we can do to aid you.
I'm so
and our
horny right now.
patience levels are depleted. Now go. Rest in the sink if you must, but leave us to our research.
If you're done, can we move again? My biogel's starting to crampagulate.
Of course! Go man your science stations! Go! I am surrounded by children.
Oh, they're terrifyingly fast. They're kind of like Mr. Handys in a way. When they're not looking at you, they just look like a Mr. Handy. Oh, that's horrific. Well, let's go plug this in. This has been an experience. Alright, to the sink.
Salutations and felicitations, sir, and a most jocund welcome to the sink. I am your electronic valet and household central processor. May I be of service, sir?
Oh, you're so friendly. So you're an artificial intelligence?
Regrettably not, sir. All modules in this habitat are synthetic personalities atop a mundane operating system. There is no intelligence here, sir.
Ah. You mean there are other personality modules?
Indeed, sir. Though if sir's aim is to activate them, I lament to inform, sir, that most have been offline for some years. If sir were to ask my opinion, I should venture that sir is better off without them. However, if sir is determined to inflict upon sir's self their dubious services, sir might locate backup personality disks elsewhere in the facility.
So can I access their functions without loading the personality holotapes?
Tragically, the core operating systems are also located on the personality tapes, sir. Once the tape is installed, sir may request I switch their dialectic interfaces off, and I shall oblige with great delectation. However, sir will still be required to locate and install a backup holotape to access their functionality.
Alright. Why are there so many personality modules?
As I am given to understand, sir, this facility was once the property of a Dr. Mobius. He crafted the personality modules as part of a collection of experiments on the subject of machine-human interface. As to the reason for the unusual choices of devices to receive the modules, I cannot say. Indubitably, sir.
So what services do you provide?
In addition to managing the personality matrices of the other household utilities, I can provide sir with direct access to the commissary. Any goods sir might require may be purchased through my shopkeep interface, whence tiny robots shall deliver them forthwith to this very domicile.
I love the sound of the tiny robots. I'd like to buy something.
Very good, sir.
Alright, let's see here. So I can replace my Revelation gun, which uses energy cells. And I can get new scientific gloves. Patient gown, radiation suit, scientist scrubs. Lots of food and medicine. Ammo stuff. I'll take all of those. Alright. Oh wait, hang on, we're in the ammo section. Yeah, lots of good ammos. Holy shit, like lots of good ammos, honestly. Alright, cool. What is going on in that image?
Sir is looking exceptionally sharp today, if sir will permit the compliment.
Thank you. Alright. I guess next time on Old World Blues, we gotta explore Big MT and get some stuff done. So hang on, what do we got for quests? All my friends have off switches, so I gotta find the missing modules, which are scattered around those places. So one is down here to the right. Okay, I see. The research centers are where I need to go for the main quest, Sink Balcony. Up there is where the bad dude is. Actually, you know, I'm just assuming that's the Forbidden Zone, cause it glows red. Evil, ominous red. X8 research. So we'll leave this one on, but actively seek out the facilities on our own. So X8 is for the gun. X2 is for the mind antenna thing. And X13 is for the armor. Alright. I think we'll head to X8 first to get the gun better, which, speaking of the gun, hang on. Yeah, this is just a fucking melee weapon. EMP bonus damage versus robots, power armor, critical strike, paralyzes. Ooh. So yeah, if we're fighting a robot, we're gonna whip this gun out in particular then. Alright.
Intruder, you will not escape the eyes of my robo-scorpions or their pincers.
That's terrifying. Yeah. Next time on Old World Blues, I think we're gonna head back down, talk with the Robo-Brains some more, and then set off. Hope you've all been enjoying this episode, and cards appear in a moment. Click on to continue watching. Love all you very much, and ta-ta for now.